Hello and welcome to Brodual. This time we have Skooming Skyrim, a mod that lets you become an infamous drug lord in the world of Skyrim. It comes from the same author that created Pirates of Skyrim, a mod that lets you captain your own ship, hire your own crew, and sail the oceans in a search for treasure. This time around the author is opening the way for your own drug operation in Skyrim. Similar to the author's original mod, this one also adds a questline that guides you through the mod's features. However, unlike Pirates of Skyrim, which was completely separate from pretty much all other parts of the game, Skooming Skyrim directly plays into the Thieves Guild questline, involving several vanilla NPCs, quests and more. To start the adventure you're going to have to be at least up to the Scoundrel's Folly quest involving Gullum E. This is the 5th of the 12-part questline, so it shouldn't take you too long to get there if you aren't a thief on your current character. If you've completed the questline completely, then that's okay too. Once that's done, you need to talk to Gullum E and then ask him about his recent Skooma operation. If for some reason he isn't where he usually is, then you'll find a note in his place and that'll also start the quest. The quest will send you to the hidden Skooma lab at the Golden Glow estate. The entrance is well hidden and you'll have to use a nearby shovel to clear the way, but once that's done you can head inside to meet your new cooking partner. His name is Darakaz, and once you help him kill his previous partner, he'll teach you how to cook your very own batch of skooma. The mod doesn't actually add any voice acting to the game, so any dialogue is simply in the form of subtitles, so you have to make sure to turn those on. The dialogue is actually pretty fun in areas, and you can learn a bit about your partner's backstory and other interests. And of course his dialogue will also introduce you to the business. And this is where your drug adventure really begins. Your new partner will teach you everything you need to know, and also give you a skooma recipe book that covers the basics. There's several different types of skooma, and as your alchemy level grows and you make your way through the quest, you'll unlock more recipes. This includes double distilled skooma, Balmora Blue, and a couple of others that we'll leave for you to discover. The ingredients for making skooma are a little hard to come by, especially at first. For basic skooma you need mead, moon sugar, honeycombs and an empty skooma bottle. The bottles can be made at a smelter in the lab, and for everything else you're mostly on your own. Moon sugar can be bought from Khajiit caverns, honeycomb comes from beehives, and of course given it's Skyrim, mead is pretty much everywhere. Once you've made your first batch you'll have to go out and sell it on the streets. Your new ability to sell drugs is handled simply by talking to any NPC and offering them some of your supply. Different NPCs will have different tastes, so you'll have to learn and adapt to the market. Sometimes NPCs will flat out refuse any drugs and even report you for your crimes, while others just want a quick fix. The mod even adds an addiction system that works depending on how many times you've sold to a specific NPC. So if you find yourself with a regular customer that becomes an addict, you'll be able to take advantage and increase your prices to ludicrous amounts. Also, the system is pretty realistic, so obviously you don't want to sell to a guard or any suspicious looking NPCs. It's also safer to sell it at night, and of course having a high speechcraft level will also help quite a lot. The mod also works exceptionally well alongside other mods that add more NPCs to the game, like the Populated Towns mod. That way you'll have more people to sell to without having to harass the vanilla NPCs, which can even cause them to become annoyed and report you to the guards. As you sell more and more skooma you'll grow a level of notoriety and your kingpin level will increase. This will open up even more quests from your partner, and it'll also let you upgrade your skooma lab to make cooking even easier. The upgrades mostly focus on making the ingredients easier to come by. So for example you can store a couple of mead barrels in the den so you have a huge supply. You can also build your own moon sugar farm using soil from elsewhere, and even buy your own company rowboat so you have easy access to the den from Riften. The quests are actually pretty interesting and the upgrades aren't handled like in the vanilla houses or in Hearthfire. So it's not a simple menu based system or one where you just throw gold at it to buy the upgrades. Instead you'll have to use your contacts in the Thieves Guild or your Thainship and all your bargaining skills to reach your objective. So that makes it a little more interactive and fun. However, increasing your kingpin level comes with a downside, in that undercover enforcers will approach you in the street and ask to see what you're carrying. If you refuse they'll call the guards, so you won't have much of a choice apart from running or fighting your way out. However, a master of speechcraft can probably talk their way out of anything. As you become more and more successful you'll reach an ultimatum at your skooma lab. We don't want to spoil the ending, but we will say that it ties into the Thieves Guild questline ever so slightly, and it'll also ultimately change how your skooma lab continues to run. Overall the mod is pretty interesting to say the least. If you played around with Pirates of Skyrim then you'll definitely get a familiar vibe from the mod. While the skooma selling business isn't an entirely new concept, we think how this one is integrated is a big plus. However, the mod can also be improved quite a bit. Voice acting would be a huge plus, especially for your cooking partner. The vanilla voices can't really be worked around, especially their reactions to buying your skooma, but having your partner speak would be fantastic. So if you're interested in becoming a Heisenberg of Skyrim, then you can find everything you need down below. Always be sure to leave endorsements on any of the mods you enjoy, and be sure to check out g2a.com for some cheap games. That's all for this spotlight, and thanks for watching.